So a lot of companies will absolutely make accommodations for people with disabilities. Um, a lot, not all. Um, whether it's, you need to sit down to do your cashier job, or whether it's you need extra breaks or whatever. A lot of companies will be accommodating. The reason why most companies, or all the companies that I've spoken to, and hiring managers I've spoken to, won't/can't accommodate my disabilities is because the main disability being the feeding tube, that's the holdback at least, is it becomes a safety and liability risk. Because when I'm on my tube, I don't have it right beside me. I have a small backpack that I carry. And the tube hangs out and then comes into my stomach. And so that becomes a safety risk because it can get hooked and caught on things. It can pull my tube out. And that's a safety risk for the company, and then they become liable. And that's just not a risk they're willing to take. Understandably so. And it's certainly not a risk I want to take working somewhere where my tube could get caught and pulled on. That would not feel good at all. So that's the main reason why companies won't hire me with my feeding tube. And because I'm on the tube 24/7, there's no time for me to be able to, okay, I just won't be on it while I'm at work, and then I'll just put it on, run my pump when I get home. It won't work that way in order to get the proper nutrition. But there are also companies that won't work with you. I one time was working for a grocery store. It was a Loblaws, a store in the Loblaws company. And I had dislocated my knee and I was on crutches. I was just a cashier. I went in to work my shift and I was sent home. I was like, nope. I was told, no, you can come back when you're not on crutches. I'm like, why? If I could just have a stool to sit on or even lean on, rest on when I'm in between customers or whatever, like, it's fine. And they're like, nope, you're a liability risk to the company, so we can't have you here on crutches. Once you're off your crutches, you can come back. I'm like, how is that even fair? Now, I was also part of a union, and I probably could have went to my union rep, but that's hindsight. It was my first time ever being in a union. I didn't understand unions. So I probably could have went to the union about that. Instead, I ended up finding another job. That was my first call center job in this town. and I ended up leaving there. And then because I left there, they ended up blacklisting me. So now I can't work for any Loblaws store. So it's Zayres, No Frills, Shoppers Drug Mart. Can't work for any of them. I'm blacklisted. All because of the fact I left them because they wouldn't accommodate my disability at the time. But anyways, back to my original statement. It's not so much they won't accommodate. It's just that having tubing hanging out that can get caught on stuff is a safety and liability risk for the companies, and that's why they won't accommodate that.